Welcome back to the 2024 Mountain West Basketball Tournament predictions, and let's get right into it. This is an even better year than last year for the Mountain West. Best the league has been in some time. 5 teams are pretty much locks for the NCAA tournament. New Mexico has a chance to play themselves in, and if we get the right factor of things with UNLV, maybe even winning the tournament, and New Mexico going far enough, there is a possibility for a 7-bid Mountain West. So let's get started with these first round games. And I think the bottom 4 teams of this conference, Air Force, San Jose State, Fresno State, and Wyoming, don't really have much of a shot in this one. Wyoming certainly has separated themselves as the best team of those, but a lot of problems for that team. And they're way better at home, it seems. But Fresno State, just an undermanned squad, gave Utah State a game at home a couple weeks ago. But I think that Wyoming wins this one easily there. Then we've got Colorado State against San Jose State. And I'd only look at San Jose State maybe spread-wise, even Air Force. Same thing with this New Mexico matchup. I think both those teams win easily. Again, Air Force and San Jose State just not up to the par with these better teams. Colorado State, presumptive NCAA tournament team. Same thing with New Mexico there. So I think those games will be blowouts, and I wouldn't be looking to back San Jose State or Air Force there. Second round, we've got Utah State against Wyoming. Once again, Wyoming, unless they're at home, I don't really trust them with anything. I think Utah State blows out Wyoming here. Just a better team, great Osobor and Danny Sprinkle's team there. And while Danny Sprinkle has been rumored to be in the running for that Washington job, I think that will only entice him more to have a good performance in this championship. Remember, in his 2 previous seasons at Montana State, not the best NCAA tournament appearances, but they did win the conference tournament 2 times, which Utah State would certainly take here. So I think I will back Utah State there. Then we've got a desperate UNLV team against number 5 San Diego State. UNLV cooled off a little with a loss at Nevada in a game that they probably had to win if they wanted any at-large hope, but they also had to win this one. Certainly, this is just not a good spot for UNLV, even though this whole tournament will take place at their home stadium. San Diego State is just the class of the league in terms of power rating wise. I think San Diego State on a neutral court on any given day is the best team in this league. There are some concerns with San Diego State going to altitude. Las Vegas about 2,000 feet above sea level, so that shouldn't come into play here. But UNLV at home, it's a tough spot for UNLV because they are coming off a win against San Diego State on this very same floor. So I think a lot of people will be baited into taking them. I like San Diego State to win this here. UNLV, some dynamic defense. They've got Thomas. They've got the Boone brothers. But I think that San Diego State takes care of business. Just the more talented team there in the class of the league. Then number 2, Nevada against number 7, Colorado State. Colorado State by far the best out-of-conference showing along with San Diego State in this conference. A lot of talent. Isaiah Stevens, Cartier, a lot of offense on this team. And Nevada, just the hottest team in the league, won 10 of their last 11, aren't afraid to go on the road and win. But I'm going to take Colorado State to win this one. Perfect spot a couple weeks ago with Colorado State at home, coming off a couple losses against a Nevada team that didn't have Blackshear, and Colorado State loses on a buzzer beater from Lucas. Nevada is certainly the hottest team in the conference, so if you want a futures pick, I think that you're getting a good price at 7-1 with Nevada. But I think in this matchup, I like the bounce back for Colorado State, and I'm intrigued by that. So I will actually take the upset here. Colorado State, think Nevada needs to cool off before the NCAA tournament anyways. And then we've got Boise State against New Mexico, a rematch of a game that happened a couple weeks ago. Boise State actually swept this regular season series. New Mexico also got swept by Air Force in their game at New Mexico as an 18-point favorite. So that's something to watch in that first round game. But I think New Mexico wins that one easily. But then I like New Mexico to actually win against Boise State here. It wasn't really close at Boise State. New Mexico came just short at Utah State in the finale. They did not have Mashburn, though, but I think New Mexico is the far more talented team here. Boise State, Max Rice, and Dagenhart have a lot of good players, and Coach Rice has a good thing going for this squad, but I think it's time for New Mexico to hold their ground and bounce back from those previous losses. I like New Mexico to win that game. I'm a little concerned with their defense if they're not forcing the turnovers, but I think they will in this one. Get a little hot shooting regression and move on to the semifinals. So on Friday, we've got Utah State against San Diego State and then Colorado State against New Mexico. Two great matchups. And also to note with New Mexico, they need to win that game against Boise State to get into the tournament safely. Otherwise, it will be a brutal sweat for them trying to avoid any bid bandits. If they win that, I think they should be comfortably in the tournament. And also with UNLV, I would not be surprised if that UNLV team does make a run, as they are at home and they have been playing much better as of late. Also note that UNLV barely lost to Utah State at home. But anyways, Utah State against San Diego State. I'd take San Diego State here. They're going to be a slight favorite. And while San Diego State had trouble at Utah State on the road environment, I like San Diego State to bounce back here and win. Jay Powell, Ladie, all these players for San Diego State, I like them to be more well-rounded and just D up Utah State, prevent Great Osobor from getting to the bucket too much, and eventually win that game and avenge that loss at Utah State a couple weeks ago. Then Colorado State against New Mexico. I like Colorado State to get their revenge from the game that happened a few weeks ago where Colorado State at New Mexico. Go back and rewatch the last 2 minutes if you want to see what I think was the most thrilling finish of any game I've seen this regular season. About 10 lead changes in the final minute there. Absolutely great game, but New Mexico escaped with that one. New Mexico also escaped at Nevada. That's what's even holding their tournament hopes alive right now. New Mexico has been fading down the stretch here, and remember that last year after a hot non-conference, they also faded away. They were the last undefeated team in the nation, didn't even make the tournament. That's all happening this year. I think Colorado State wins this one. I think they will avenge that loss and win there. So then we've got San Diego State against Colorado State, and at this point, you've got a Colorado State team that's playing 4 games in 4 days. Even though San Jose State is looking like a pushover, I like San Diego State to be more rested here and to win this one. San Diego State has typically performed well in these Mountain West tournaments, so I like Ladie and San Diego State to win the championship there. Thank you for watching. Please be sure to like and subscribe and comment your predictions below.